Okay, in this video, we're going to take a look at how to quickly start a session in GoGuardian. So the first thing you're going to want to do is choose which class that you want to start a session with. So if I want to use the class shell, I have a couple options. One option is to click right here and open up my class. And it says here, start a new session here. So I can set how much time I want. I can set a scene, or if I just want to start a cold turkey, I would click start session. Another way to do it, if I go back to my classrooms page here, is I don't even have to open it. I have these controls right here on each class where I can choose my time, and I can simply hit start class right here. So those are two ways to quickly start. So it takes a second for all the student screens to load. This one here is not a school account, so it's not going to show up. This one here is. If you give it a second, it will load, and you'll be able to see that student screen in the thumbnail. And now that it's loaded up, I can see that student screen live. So if I click on this student here, I can see exactly what they're doing at this moment in time. It looks like that they're at YouTube. And if I'm like, you know what, I don't want this kid to be on YouTube. This is off-task behavior. I can close that tab down on my end because I am now, because they're part of my session, I'm in control of it. Before I close them down, maybe this is a repeat offender and I need to show evidence of this behavior to a parent and to admin. If I click screenshot, it will take a screenshot of where they were, so I can then say, hey, when I have a conference with the student and their parent and admin, here's where they were off task looking at these inappropriate YouTube videos. And then once I take a screenshot, I can then close that tab down. I can kick the student out of my session. I can open a new tab and make them go to a new tab, or I can lock their device where, you know what, you guys, you're on timeout. So you have a variety of options here. So normally you're probably going to want to do is use a screenshot and then maybe close the tab in which they were should not have been on. And on their end, you'll see that it takes them back to a tab where they should be. They had Google Drive open. That's where I wanted them to be. I can also click chat right here. I'll need to turn it on. And I can send a quick message, stay on task. And I can one-on-one chat with that student very easily, and that student can chat back with me. As you can see, I can chat back and forth with that student. And I can close down the student, and as you have more and more students populated, you can always see live what their screen is. To have chat on, you can turn chat on and off right here. You can have alerts to see if they are students are on or off task. So this is an English class. I can get alerted when a kid is off task. If I don't have a scene set up and I want to set a scene, I notice, you know what, students are completely going off task. Maybe they're just going off and watching YouTube videos or listening to music. If I have a scene set up to kind of block that activity, I can set no scene applied here. I can turn on the one that I set up earlier, which is going to block any kind of music sites. So now I kind of updated the rules now, and the rules for that scene was that they can't go to certain sites and they can only have 2 tabs open. That's the one we set up in an earlier video. So 2 tabs is the maximum, and music sites cannot be any of those tabs. So if a student tries to go to another website that has music, it will get blocked. So that's this student right here. You open it up, well, you can see it right here in the thumbnail. If you click and open it up, you can see right here, this is what they will see if they try to go to a website that you had blocked in your scene. So this kind of shows you the evidence of how you of the scene we set up in the previous video here. So the rule was that only 2 tabs were allowed to be open, and this kid tried to go to YouTube, so this one was blocked. So from the student, from the teacher perspective, I can come over here and I can see that they're on a block one. I can close that one down. Then they're not allowed to, that's one less tab they have open. They only have 1 tab extra that they can add, since I set the rule in my scene to only have 2 tabs open at once. So this really gives you a measure of control and management over your class. So when your class is done, you simply are going to click End Session. And this is what it looks like when the session is over. You can click on here. You can see our screenshots. You can see the different screenshots that you took during the session. And click and see all the different kind of commands that you did. So at these times, you close the kids tab. And then it shows, each student and then a timeline, minute by minute of where they were and what they were doing and how you interacted with them during that session. So you have a lot of data here from each class period in which you run a GoGuardian session. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section or reach out to me through email.